Three,
Here.
2, 1. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. We're back with another tier list. This time it is the birthday party tier list. You've all been to birthday parties, hopefully, unless you're like a real big loser.
Unless you're a Jumpy Wizard viewer.
You've all been to birthday parties before, and we are coming at you with a birthday party tier list because you guys seem to like the last one. So I'll explain first. So first up, we have the not my friend's birthday party. Now, is this someone you're just not really friends with? You don't really know them all too well, but somehow you were invited to their birthday party. Jacob, what do you think about this one?
These are pretty awkward, so it's gonna have to go low for me. I'm gonna rate it a C tier.
C tier. I'd honestly have to agree with maybe either C tier or B tier, because a lot of the times it's just like people you rarely hang out with. It's definitely a C tier. Like it would be like a definite C tier when they think they're your best friend, but in reality you just like don't really talk to them that much. But it can be closer to B tier if you're like sort of friends with them, but you just don't have the opportunity to talk to them much. Though that usually doesn't happen, so I'd go with C tier. Though once I was at one of these birthday parties and it was actually pretty good, I'm still gonna go with C tier. All right, do you want to explain the next one?
Yeah. How are we going in order?
This one on this one.
Next up is Sky Zone parties, and these are very common in middle school. They're actually pretty fun, but we end up just playing dodgeball or something like that. What would you rate it, Ethan?
I don't know. I feel like these are fun for like. I feel like these are fun, but they just go on a little bit too long for like birthday party length. Because a good birthday party, like these are the length of a good birthday party, but by the time you're jumping around and like starting to get into like the hour and a half territory, it's just like I've been jumping for way too long and I'm exhausted from jumping and playing dodgeball. But I mean, they're still pretty fun. I'd have to go with either A or B. What did you say?
Let's put them at A.
Yeah. They're always, I like these, especially when you can find like a good friend. You can find a good friend and you can go out of dodgeball and just like go into the free bounce. I'm a free bounce person. When you can just like escape the massive crowd of people. There's always like so many people at these birthday parties too. Next is the mom's friend birthday party of, well, your mom is friends with their mom and you were invited to your birthday party. So, as you can see, this guy is probably a little bit older than you, but this is the older guy, and then this is your mom's friend's children. They're always super young, they're always in like first grade, and it's just really, you end up having to babysit them. What do you think of this one?
This might be the worst one for me because it's just awkward. You don't know anybody. It's probably an F tier.
F tier.
Yeah, because it can't really get worse than, or I guess it could, but it's pretty bad when you just literally don't know anybody and you're forced to do things with them.
And you're babysitting them.
Yeah,
I'd have
more
to agree.
work than.
I'd have to agree. It is like going to babysit, and they're never fun too.
Yeah.
Like it's your mom's friend's kid's birthday. It's their birthday party, but you're only going because your mom's friends with their mom, and it's always like made for little kids, and it's not even a fun birthday party. Next is the sleepover. Now, this is always a very exclusive party. A lot of people in your larger friend group may know about this, but only a few people get invited. Big friend divider. And then when you get there, you, like, have fun for the first few hours, and then it gets past, like, 10 o'clock, and, you stay up all night. And personally, I think I get tired kind of easily. And I'm not a big fan of this one.
I've made some fun memories in sleepover parties because everyone kind of gets angry at each other at 6 a.m. and then we all start fighting. But it's pretty fun in the morning when you remember all of it, and it has some good stories. So I wouldn't put it at F tier, but I wouldn't put it at A tier either. I'd put it at like Probably a B or C.
B or C? I would put it at C, because here's the thing. It's always super annoying when, like, you're not invited to one of these,
Yeah.
and then they're, like, always talking about how great it is. Also, sometimes the little sibling gets involved, and that's annoying. So I'd go with C. Alright, next is this one.
Oh, is this the exotic?
This is the
one?
exotic party.
Oh, these ones are. I don't think I've ever been to one of these, but it's like basically they want to be special, so they like so they like try to get you to do something that literally no one's ever heard of, and it ends up being, from what I've heard, it ends up being pretty bad. But I don't know. Could be cool.
I do agree. I mean, you're sort of excited for the birthday party at the beginning, and you're sort of disappointed when you leave. You're like, man, that was a kind of bad 3 hours, but you know what? I get to do whatever I want with my Sunday afterward. So, I would put this at like, I feel like B tier is for the actual birthday party itself, but when you think about how it kind of just like ruins your day afterward, like you're just like kind of the rest of the day. I don't know. I would put it in. What do you say, C or B?
I mean, there's a lot of different things that an exotic birthday party could be. So I guess it kind of depends on which one.
All right.
I guess the majority is C though.
Majority C.
Majority of them is.
All right. Next is the dictator party. We decided to call this one the dictator party because you go to the party and either the birthday boy / girl is like super, they're like a dictator controlling what everyone else does, or they're like the person working there who's in charge of the birthday party is the dictator. Unfortunately, I once ran a dictator birthday party in 4th grade because we went to an arcade and the lady who was in charge of us was just super terrible. Someone threw pizza at her and she put them in like a timeout for 10 minutes. And it was not fun. I feel like when you're not having fun at your own birthday party and you feel like you have to fight against an evil master at your own birthday party, I would just say it is not a good time. I do not like the dictator party, although it does give you guys a common enemy. What would you say?
I hate these. This is probably one of the lowest of the entire tier list for me. Because, you know.
F tier?
Yeah, probably.
Easy F tier, yeah. Dictator parties, you know, you might want your birthday, if you're running a dictator party and you're the birthday boy or girl, you might want your party a certain way, but it's really annoying. Let's adjust these a little bit. Alright. Next up.
Oh, these are house parties. These are honestly pretty chill. I like these. Because you can basically do whatever you want. Or the person running the party can host it however they want without any evil worker dictator people. And yeah, this is one of my favorites, to be honest.
I would say this is an easy S tier for me. I just think it's a good time getting with a couple of friends and just hanging out. Would you agree with S tier?
Yes.
Next is the VIP party. Now, similarly to the sleepover party, everyone knows about this, and only a select few people are invited, where they have like this intense like red carpet party, and you only get invited if you're cool, and like the popular kids have it.
Yeah, the JNX gaming viewers.
Yeah, personally, I think these ones aren't that bad, just because I'm not the type of person to try to befriend all the cool kids. So even though I know that these parties are existing, I just don't care about them. I'm like a few degrees removed from people who would try to really care about these, and I've never actually been to one of these before.
I've never been to or heard of one of these. Like I see them in like movies and TV shows, but I've never like really experienced it.
Well, I've sort of experienced it. There was this kid it wasn't really a VIP party because not everyone in the grade knew about it, but there was this kid named Ben who was in my elementary school, and he had a birthday party with 5 of the same people every year, And we had a friend group at school, and he was in my friend group, and these people were just not in our friend group, but like he knew them, or he invited him to their birthday party in like first grade, and they just had a tradition of keeping going. So I was very sad when I was not invited to his birthday party, because there was a time where I was probably his best friend. So what would you put this at?
Just because of that should be like C or F tier.
But like now I don't care. Like most of these I don't care about. I'm gonna put them in B tier.
That's also fair.
Cause you
If
hear
if I hadn't heard that story, I would probably put it there too.
Cause you always hear like afterwards you hear these stories about people getting like people doing like inappropriate things. Let's just say that they shouldn't have done, like drinking at like when they're 12 years old at a VIP birthday party.
Don't drink. Kids.
And then don't drink. And then you can just like laugh about it. You can just kind of like make fun of it with your friends. All right.
Oh, this is the bowling birthday party.
The empty bowling alley.
Oh, wait, this is the one where like nobody shows up, right?
Yeah.
All right, these are pretty funny. So if you're a Jumpy Wizard fan, you may have experienced having a birthday party where nobody shows up who you've invited, and the reason is because you have no friends. So I feel pretty bad for you if you have one of these, but it's pretty funny at the same time.
I've been to one of these before, and it wasn't my birthday party, but it was kind of sad because there was like I think they invited everyone in the grade, and I was sort of friends with them at the time. I'll tell you who this was after we make the video. I'll tell you who it was. But, but there was like me, my good friend, the two people running the birthday party, and like there was just like this one girl from the grade who went there also, and she was like, she never talked to them before. Honestly, these ones, they could really be combined with other ones, like the Not My Friend one. But, I would give it like C or F. I'll give it a C.
Yeah, it's not...
Because you just kind of feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's not as bad as, going to a party with nobody that you know, or the party being run by some jerk. Jumpy Wizard viewers.
So finally we have the prison sentence. Now, picture this. You get the invitation to the birthday party in the mail, because this is like elementary school when they can't just text you, like, hey, you want to come to my birthday party? You get the invitation in the mail. It says their name, and it's like, has invited you to their birthday party from like noon to 8:30. And it's like, you're like, wow, this is a long birthday party. And it gets to about, hour 3, where you're like, okay, I want to go home now. But you can't. You still have 5.5 hours left on this birthday party. Even if it's your friend's birthday party, by the end you'll just end up hating each other because you've been with each other for 8.5 hours. You end up running out of things to do. And, you're all in, like, elementary school, so you need to be constantly entertained. So either a bunch of drama starts to happen, because you, like, get bored and shoot each other with Nerf guns, and then someone cries about it, or you're just, like, super bored. What do you think about this one?
C or F tier for me.
C or F?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with F.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with F. Because oftentimes you can't find anywhere that you can stay for 8.5 hours.
Yeah.
So oftentimes it's like the bad version of a house party. All right, so this is our final tier list. I guess we don't like birthday parties that much because they're like all in C and F. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I checked the analytics on the last video that was posted earlier today, and as it turns out, a decent amount of people who watched the video were not subscribed. So if you want more tier list content, we'll probably make more of these, because they're fun to make. So yeah, subscribe. Any final thoughts?
No.
All right, bye everyone. Bye.